F is for friends who do stuff together. U is for you and me.
Welcome, everyone, to a wide range of conversations with Rick and Eric.
Last time on Wider Range of Conversations, we covered trick or treat and decided people in masks sometimes can be pumpkins. And also, Eric went to deathmatch wrestling and he got a bunch of spooky dust in his lungs. That hurts my throat.
Yeah.
I'm going to continue.
That did happen.
Yeah. Hi, guys. Welcome to a new episode. We're recording this, I don't know, like the eve of the day of my surgery. So, you know,
I'll have it out tomorrow. So when it comes out, it'll be the eve of before. Yeah, removing your your cancerous cells from your kidney,
yay.
and maybe you'll get superpowers.
Maybe. Guys, let's cheers to that. Cheers. Can you put your joint to the screen? Can we do that? Like,
Sure.
I've got my hibiscus tea. You've got that. Cheers.
Yeah.
And then we can start meeting in person again. I cannot eat. Oh, God. The tea shed?
Ew. Like so.
Yeah, there's something in the tea. Although it's hibiscus. It's good for you, I think. I'm eating a flower, guys.
Yeah. Last episode, I was starting to get sick. What was that? Sunday.
Who knows
And
anymore?
then it was Sunday, and then it had to be whatever. Anyway, the next day I woke up sick as fuck, went to work, and my manager was like, "You look like shit. Let me find someone and go home." So then I went home, and then it had to have been Sunday that we recorded, or maybe it was Saturday. Then Tuesday, I went to go was getting ready for work, went to go fucking bend down and pull my pants up and did like a sneeze cough at the same time, and then felt that little pinch you fucking feel in your back, and I went, "Oh, hell no, bitch." And I stood up and I knew immediately what the fuck was about to happen. And all of a sudden I felt my fucking back start to slowly tighten up. And I'm like, "No, motherfucker, no."
Not today.
So I'm moving around, went to work, like trying to keep fucking moving around, but my shit was fucking sore. Uh went to sleep, woke up the next day and was fucking could barely walk. So that was Wednesday, woke up, could barely walk. Rachel had to take me to urgent care so I get 2 shots in my ass, some pain pills. And then to top it all off, after that, my fucking muffler fell off my fucking car, or my exhaust. Just like separated in the middle, just completely
It's
fucking
fine.
fell off. I was pulling out of the gas station that not too far from here, and all of a sudden I hear it just fucking grinding, and I'm like, "Oh fuck!" And my car got loud as shit, and so $150 later, now that's fixed.
Hell yeah.
And it was a hell of a week. Like I had a nice weekend of chilling and hanging out, and then life was like, "What's up, bitch?" and just fucking decided to hit me with a bunch of bullshit.
That is how it be sometimes, though, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I've just been kind of in isolation considering my upcoming surgery. So I've just been kind of like, but at the same time, I did purchase Don't Scream, and I can almost figure out how to stream it. That game's fucked up. It's scary.
Oh, it's the one that looks all VHS-y and shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know what I was doing, and I'm like, oh man, what's this thing I found? And it was a battery, because it turns out like the whole shtick of the game is you have to try and like survive or whatever.
You have to
For
make the whole time period without yelling, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think there's also like you have a battery in your camera and that can run out before that ends too. So if you have to find extra batteries, which I found one in a crypt in a mausoleum in a church, and I'm like, But it'll be really fun because the few videos I tried making today that did not work were pretty funny. I almost released just the audio because I thought that could be fun, but I decided against it.
Well, you made a Twitch now so maybe it'll work if you just go straight to Twitch.
I'm saying, and then people can watch us. We can do it
Yeah,
this way.
after I can figure out how to back the fuck out of this being fucking registered to mine and
Just
start over.
pretend like you're in the red light district, you know? Back it up.
But yeah, don't really have a whole lot this week besides the fact that we watched the movie Bitch Ass
What
that
a
I
movie.
fucking that I randomly came across just hunting because I'm like partially I want to be like I want to be the one that like you'll pick the spooky one and then I'll pick something random like maybe like an action movie or something funny and then I was like wait, this movie's called Bitch Ass. I'm like maybe it's funny or something. And then I watched the trailer
Yeah.
and I'm like, okay, we're just gonna watch it because it's basically just Black Saw.
Yeah. Uh yeah, that's exactly what I put in my review because I even quoted you in it, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Just
So
in
let's just
case.
fucking just dive right into that right away.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, grab your popcorn, pop, and alcoholic beverages. It's movie time with Rick and Eric.
Bitch ass nigga don't know me, hey. Bitch ass nigga don't know me, hey. Bitch ass nigga don't know me, hey. Pull 2 foes, no Kobe, down. Bitch ass nigga don't know me, hey. Bitch ass nigga don't know me, hey. Bitch ass nigga don't know me, hey. Bitch ass.
There's a cat behind you. Oh, hey, if you turn the light on, I can look for people, Eric.
Or what? Oh,
You
no,
know
I'm
what
good.
kind of people.
No, I had myself all fucking freaked out last night.
Yeah,
After
you
we
need to
got
watch
after we
Random
got off
Nautica.
shit. Well, just after we got watching everything, and I'm like, I'm here home alone, and the whole house is behind me because my computer's facing the corner. I'm
Oh,
like everything's behind. So then I kept turning around, like, did I see something? Did I hear some shit? Whatever. Yeah, it was. I was all freaked out for a while until I got too stoned to care, and I
that's
forgot.
fair.
I think I started watching Letterkenny fucking outtakes, and I completely forgot.
Well, that'll do it every time.
But yeah, let's dive into bitch ass.
Bitch ass. Bitch ass. So I do have some of the information here. Bitch ass has a 4.1 on IMDb. It has a 68% tomato meter and a 67% at the audience score. I couldn't use words just then. And Letterboxd has it at a solid 2.5. So it's right down the middle. And the story of bitch ass here, Eric sent me a message and he's like, yeah, I picked this movie. And I'm like, okay, well, what is it so I can promote it on the thing? And he's like, just sends me a link that's got a fucking trailer for this movie. And I said, all right. And I looked it up, but it just said bitch ass. And I stopped watching the trailer immediately and went, never mind, this is going to be gold. So I just wanted you to know that that's how that went on my end.
Yeah, in a nutshell, the movie is a gang initiation goes horribly wrong when 4 recruits break into a house of horror and a sadistic killer forces them to play deadly games for their lives. Again, it's just fucking hood saw.
It's for sure Hood Saw. What's most fucked up too is like you have the very beginnings scene there where they're showing them trying to do the gang initiation. And then one guy just shows up wearing like a polo and everything. And I thought it was the guy from Thanksgiving who played
Yeah.
that one, this
Uh-huh.
like the straight lace guy,
Yeah.
Carlton, but it wasn't. And that disappointed me, but it still ended up pretty awesome. Like the whole shtick of this movie is they have to break into this one guy's house or this one woman's house because she supposedly died. And they said because stealing from people who are alive or is fucked up or something
Oh,
like that.
stealing from old people.
That's what it was.
Yeah, they said stealing from old people is fucked up, but once they're dead, you can rob their house. And yeah.
Okay. I
At least
mean,
they had
why
some
not?
morals.
Can we talk about who the real villain of this movie is, though? You and me both said the same thing.
Who
It
I don't
isn't bitch
remember.
ass.
Who was it? I don't remember now.
So in the second scene in this movie, there is a woman that comes over and it's like, "Hey, we want to talk about your son's
Oh,
scholarship."
yeah.
And then
That
she's like,
bitch.
"Yeah, yeah." So there, his mom, well, it wasn't something that she made. We found out it was bought cake or something like that. But she's just eating her food, just like, "Oh, cool. Did you tell me you come to tell me I got the scholarship?" And she's like, "Oh no, I have to get people to apply though. You understand, right?"
Mm-mm-mm.
And I'm like, this bitch made a house call, ate these people's food who are not that well off,
Right.
just to tell them he got nothing. That's the villain.
Yeah. Rachel
That's
joined
the
us
villain.
on Discord to watch this too. She was fucking heated. We were all like, what the fuck? Really?
We
Yeah.
were all pissed. We're like, no, that's it. This is the end of the movie. Like,
Yeah. You couldn't have sent a letter, like
yeah,
nothing. Just had to be like, no, I'm gonna show up and just say, yeah, you failed. This cake is delicious though. Can I get a recipe? Like, no, bitch, I got it from the store.
well,
And his mom's like, get the fuck out. Like, she's like, I think it's time for you to go. Like a few times, and she just kept talking and eating cake.
yes, my catfish slammed the door shut.
Oh, I didn't hear anything.
That's fine if you heard it.
But yeah, the main killer
Actually,
dude
hang on.
is like,
Continue talking. I'll be right back.
okay. So
Bam.
yeah.
Whoa, whoa.
um the opening of the movie has home dude that plays Candyman in it, and he says that this is apparently the first masked serial killer. So the killer in this movie has the clips they show him from his past. He enjoys making games, like he'll just which are kind of semi rip-offs of actual games. Um, but his grandma was a bitch and she was who took care of him. So if he like fucked up, she'd like burn his hand and like would beat the fuck out of him. And he was just like this fucking chunky nerdy kid that everybody made fun of and shit like that. And then he eventually lost his mind. And then that's when all these people decided to break into this house, thinking that the house was empty or that he may or may not still be living there, and decided to fuck around. And they ended up running into some bullshit. And I don't even remember what the
The,
fucking first game was.
the real thing here is this. His name was Cecil, so he didn't have a
Oh
chance.
yeah, yeah.
Let's face it. If you name your kid Cecil, he's gonna get made fun of. And then he ended up being a big dude and a little bit of a special. Come on. Cecil, the special black kid, he's gonna get made fun of.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing here? Name him
It
something
sounds like a
cool.
sitcom. It's Cecil, special black kid.
Hope he doesn't kill me.
um,
Did you
I'm
talk
trying to.
about the three people that were breaking into the house? There was the
No, I was just explaining that the backstory of how his grandma used to fucking burn him and beat the shit out of him on top of
yeah.
him being bullied and shit. And
What
yeah,
was
and
crazy? My favorite person. We'll get to her eventually, but there was four people breaking into the house. One was the main character guy, who we'll just call Carlton Jr. because I don't know what their real names are in this movie.
what
Then there's
the nerd kid?
yeah,
Well, it was yeah, the nerd kid with the backpack. I don't remember his name either. We'll just call him Backpack Kid because that was his powers apparently because he always
yeah,
had his backpack.
backpack. And then there was the one guy who had a gun for no reason. Well, I guess not no reason because it's a home invasion, but they were just like out of nowhere. He's like, pull out my gun. Just like that episode of South Park when I think it's Tom Cruise and what's his name are in the closet. That happened. And then there's my favorite person in the entire world. They had a butch lesbian that was part of the crew. And she was the best part of the whole thing. She's like, I'm just doing this to steal some money so I can propose to my girl. So if anybody
Yeah.
sees an engagement ring, let girl holla. I'm like, you know what? I want her to make it. She won't, but I want her to. Was that it? That was the three. Who am I missing?
There was
Was there just
four
the
of them.
three? Yeah.
There was some
Oh,
other
the big dude.
yeah, that was kind of weird.
Yeah. He's just kind of like, yeah, it's cold outside too.
And I
Like
think he
that.
was the one that was in the first game. Was
Yeah, maybe that's why I don't
the
remember him.
version? Yeah, because it was their like version of Operation. Because everybody had to face fucking Cecil in a game, and this was like Operation on like a real person that he had grabbed earlier, like in the beginning of the movie. He had snatched up, and like all the guts were hanging out, and he was like, uh he went to go take a piece out and got all zapped, and the Cecil was like, "Don't touch the sides," and yeah, so I think he ends up getting electrocuted to death. Either way,
He
he doesn't
certainly
make it out
does.
of that fucking game.
Yeah. I
Um,
mean, he has like a weird, like, so Cecil has also wearing a mask that just kind of looks like Phantom of the Opera, but like if the Phantom of the Opera had a full mask instead of that weird half mask thing.
it's like Batman without the whole rest
Yeah.
of the head neck piece.
It's like that thing you told me before that Batman only shows that little bit of him so that people know he's white,
Yep.
and it ruined it for me. I'm like, oh man, god damn it.
Oh god damn it. um I'm trying to think who else was the lesbian chick next? As I think the internet went out.
2 hours later.
I was hoping you were gonna put that back in. That was crazy, actually.
Yeah,
Uh
I'm gonna leave the blip because I'm talking because I'm like, who died next? Was it the lesbian chick? And you were just frozen on the screen. And I was like, then there's a pause and I go, I think the internet just went out. And then that's when you said, guess whose power went out? And then I found out that everyone's power went out.
it
At
sure
least
did.
over on the other side of the bridge.
It
There's a big
sure
ass
did.
transformer blew and there's a power pole on fire. But yeah, so we're gonna continue on with the
I got
movie
distracted.
after the power outage break here.
Bitch ass.
Um so yeah, so the weird awkward big guy died first from the electrocution.
Yeah, he
And
was playing
then
Operation and not the fun way.
and then
If I'm being real with you though, I don't think Operation was ever that fun.
no, I didn't think it was either.
Okay, thank you. I'm glad it wasn't just me. So I remember playing it and I'm just like, you think you're being careful and you don't even touch it sometimes, and it does that like the noise, and you're like,
Yeah, remember that one game where everybody held on to that little handpiece and it like the there was like a little timer in the middle and it go dun 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 and then whoever you get fucking quote unquote zapped and shit and
ugh,
then you'd be out. They used to
no.
sell it at like Spencer's and a bunch of other places.
Oh yeah, maybe I do. That reminds me of remember Hot Potato that like I know Hot Potato was like a game that people played, but there was an actual potato that you could buy for it.
Oh yeah, I do. So they made
Yeah.
the actual board game out of it.
Yeah, and it's just like it would just keep making like this. I don't know. There was a song that went with it. I'm not going to remember it right now. Somebody will. Let me know.
um, but do you remember who died after? Did you write
Yeah,
that down?
it's Homegirl, and I loved her to
Oh, is
death.
it?
And yeah, because they were playing Connect Four,
Yeah, she's like, the thing is, this is my motherfucking game.
and she did
And
too. She owned it
yeah,
until he changed the rules.
well, yeah, they ran out of pieces. He's like, now we use our hands. And then there's big ass fucking like blades hanging above them to like chop their hands off and shit. And
Yeah, and she was just like, I ain't doing that. And he's like, you gotta play the game. And I'm like, okay, Saw. And this is where I said, this is Hood Saw. And you're like, I said that 2 hours ago. And I went, damn it. And she gets like, she loses the game and he pulls her face towards the Connect Four thing and just
yeah.
slices her face off. And that was the wildest kill, I think, in this movie. I don't know how does oh well the other guy gets yeah, never mind. We'll get there.
Oh,
We'll get there.
yeah.
I was about to say that was the wildest kill, and I'm like, if this wasn't an all black movie, the
Oh,
next kill would be a little crazy.
It was only because of my comment.
What was that comment, Eric?
Oh, then I said it was like Jenga for slaves because they're
You
fucking
did.
playing. They're playing Jenga with ropes tied around their necks, and whoever fucking failed got hung. And that seems like some weird ass shit like you would see in Django when they would make fucking black people fight and shit for like white people's entertainment. This seems like something that would happen in that time.
Yeah, that's the next thing that happens is, but I think Home Guy is trying to save him, but it doesn't, like the guy with the backpack tries to save him,
Yeah.
but that
Who
it
gets
doesn't end
out
up.
once? He gets out
Twice.
once. Twice. Yeah, he gets out once and he's like, here's his friends and shit. So he's like, oh shit, goes back. Yeah, and then he gets out again, and we made the prediction that his mom was gonna come and help save him. In which we also learned that there was a whole backstory between the dude that runs the gang they were trying to get in and his mom and fucking uh killer dude, Cecil. They used to fucking bully him. And they apparently she helped them trick him into an alley where they attacked him and sliced his fucking face up with razor blades and shit, and that's why he has to wear that fucking mask.
I thought Cecil was going to be Backpack Kid's dad. I still think that actually.
Yeah.
That would have been a cooler twist, in my opinion.
Um. So then, yeah, his mom shows up with the leader of the gang, dude, because none of them would come back. Um. He gets he gets killed when they're doing battleship. She had to stab him. They were doing,
Oh
but they were
yeah.
using they were doing airplanes though or whatever, and they're calling out shit and everyone that Cecil got that was a hit. She had a fucking stab. The dude's name was Spade. Had to fucking stab him, and yeah, and I don't think she's did she stab him all the way to death before her kid showed up, and then it turned into a fucking battle and shit
I think
where they
so.
were where they were fighting because he had already left. He already found out the mystery of where all the money was because they couldn't find the money. It was hidden on the crosses. He had his backpack full of cash. Yeah, went to go leave, turn around back for his friends, just to come out again and then turn around and go back for his mom. Yeah. And then there was a huge ass battle.
Is it just me? Like, this is, you can cut this part out, Eric, but you sound very like
Because I just got a fucking thing saying your internet connection is unstable. Now watch my fucking internet go out.
this will just be the episode that shouldn't have happened. Bitch ass. Uh, I did tell Kim about it, and I told her that him and Caleb that they should cover this show. It's very them. So that's my suggestion. Anyway, so your internet's unstable, my mental state is unstable. Uh
Do I still
what's his
sound all
name's
fucking weird?
no.
Okay.
What's his name's mom is unstable. That was crazy. But they get out of there and they burn the place down. And nobody says anything about it.
Oh yeah, he finds the grandma too. She's still alive.
Oh, I forgot that too. This movie
She
would have been cooler if it was puppets. Can you
what?
imagine?
No.
Well, come on.
Look,
Like if it was Thanksgiving 3 puppets,
I mean, I guess so. I don't know,
that'd be
be a
fun.
fucking Canadian out there.
Can we rewatch that again sometime? Because I feel I will enjoy it more on a second viewing instead of me just going, "What the actual hell is happening?" Because I did a lot of that. Uh, yeah, they find the grandma and she's all like, "I'm still a raging bitch," because they thought that Cecil was the reason, and then the one guy's like, "Yeah, I know you beat your kids and your grandson," and she's like, "Oh, well, fuck you then."
Yeah.
That's pretty much the conversation that happened. And I'm still pissed off that the lady who took advantage of Backpack Kid and his mom, she should have been there too, because she should have been the
Yeah.
first one to go. Let's face it.
Or at least got nabbed on the street, been
I'm
like,
saying,
bitch kicked me out of her house. I was eating her cake, blah, blah, blah. And then
listen,
just get nabbed up.
she could have been the body that the first guy had to do operation on. That would have been
Yeah.
great.
for sure.
So listen here. Well, I guess we didn't also mention that the guy who narrated this movie, I guess, is like, this is the story of,
Oh, I brought it
bitches.
up. I brought it up when you went to go chase Dean down and stepped away for a
Okay.
minute. That it was home to that plays Candyman.
You mean diabetes?
Yeah.
You're by yourself. Let's not do that, Eric.
Oh, the child's back home. I'm not so scared this time.
Okay.
He's not gonna do anything to help me, but at least I know if there's a movement behind me, there's more of a chance that it's him, and then not a fucking spooky spooks.
That's why I got another cat, man. Like all the weird shit that happens around here. I'm like, listen, at least I have something here that is destructive. I'll know that I can blame it on that. He is destructive. Uh, but that's pretty much the end of the movie. Yeah, they burned the house down, and I was like, that's kind of crazy. But it is the hood, so you know, maybe nobody asks questions in the hood. I mean, I know that's a thing, but
Shit gets wild in the hood.
I'm saying I was trying to pull up my what. So I guess we're at the end of this. Eric, what would you rate this movie?
Uh, I'll give it a 3.25.
See, I wanted you to go first. See, I gave this 2.5 stars,
Okay.
and that's pretty solid for me. It had some solid moments. And then I already told everybody what my letterbox review is. This is Hood Saw, and it says quotation marks Eric, because I couldn't take the credit for that one. That was a good one. You know what movie I did also watch recently? And that's Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island. Do you remember that?
Mm-mm.
Damn it, we should have covered it for the show.
I mean, it can still happen. I
Can we?
randomly watched fucking The Fall Guy.
What's
But
that?
fuck, I can't remember the actor's name. The dude that plays Ken in the fucking Barbie movie,
Oh,
and
yeah.
he's like a stunt man that's like
Ryan Gosling. Thank you.
going has to try to figure out some bullshit, and it's an action movie. It's just a bunch of craziness, but it's
Yeah.
entertaining.
Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island is back when it's when we were older. I can't remember when this movie came out. 1998. There we go. 1998? Eric. Oh my God. Anyway, it was when for
Oh,
years,
before,
but
sorry. So this just triggered something that happened. So at work, the other night, this dude was talking about how he went to go see Matchbox 20 because they were here at the Soaring Eagle, which
hell yeah.
I'm kind of upset I missed. But he had gone, and he's like, I only actually knew like two songs, but there was a bunch of songs I didn't even know that they sang, and one of them was like a fucking popular song and shit. And I didn't say anything. He's like, I didn't know they sang the song. And the kid I was working with that's only like 22 was like, oh, I didn't know they sang that song either. And in my head, I'm like, fuck my fucking life right now. As the as the two of them like, oh, I didn't even know that, blah blah blah. And they're like jamming to fucking Smash Mouth songs like they're new. I'm like, oh, this is so god awful. And yeah, it was all bad. But anyway, Zombie Island.
No, that's a better thing because all I can think of is Matchbox 20 now. Tell me what it's like to be the
I think
rainmaker.
it was that song. And they're just like, I didn't even know he's saying that. I didn't know they were saying this. And I'm like, holy fuck.
And I said, baby, it's 3 a.m. I must be lonely.
Yeah. Fucking and then I told you the other night that I when I was working, when me and another coworker were talking about old ass games, and I was like talking about the commercials, so I brought up one of the commercial compilation things, and we're watching like
Fuck
the
yeah.
commercials for old ass board games, and he's like,
Fuck
"Oh
yeah.
fuck, I had that. Oh, only rich kids had that." He's like, "Damn, I didn't know they had these things on YouTube." I'm like, "Yeah, dude." I'm like, I watch this shit all the time with my friend. That's what we fucking do at night. Just be like, let's throw on some
Mhm.
90s commercials. Like they can either be like either toy ones or they'll just be commercials in general because the fucking commercials back then were better than what it is now, which is all just pharmaceutical fucking ads.
Still, yeah. So the other thing that I've been doing too is so Disney has a new show out called Agatha All Along, and I think I've told everybody in my circle about it. And it gets my stamp of approval after only 2 episodes. This isn't for everybody. So I'm gonna throw this out there. It's very much for the gays and the girls, the girls and the gays, but it is Catherine Hahn and fucking Aubrey Plaza as people as witches, and they were definitely lovers. Let's face it, at this point. And they have a song where they have to summon this road that they're going on for the quest for whatever this show is, and it's a fucking bop, Eric.
Okay.
It's just them like, and they have somebody who I don't want to give out people's names or anything in case people don't do want to watch the show, but they have a Broadway actress who sings there too, and they're all just like belting it out. And as soon as they're done, Catherine Hahn just looks to her and goes, "Gosh, you were so pitchy to the Broadway actress," and I was like, "Ah, it was fun." It's very fun, and the lead from Heartstopper is in there as the lead in this too. So he's like the super gay archetype. They sent a twink into a magic spell to break out Agatha Harkness, and honestly, there's not much a twink can't do, I guess.
They can do senators on the Senate floor.
Yep, they sure can. If they can do that, they can do anything. That's the end of the show then. Like, how do we top that? That's funny.
If twinks can fuck a senator on the senator floor, they can do anything.
That's true.
Let's go Twink Osprey.
Yeah. Let's go Twink Osprey.
I do have one. Let's see. I think
I did not look up any 1-star reviews. We'll do that for my triumphant comeback from cancer.
Question of the day.
we might have talked about this before. I don't know. So, question for you, and I guess everyone can think about it. So you can only keep 3.
Okay.
Twinkies, Swiss cake rolls, cosmic brownies, oatmeal cookies, zebra cakes, star crunches, nutty butters, honey buns, or holy fuck, what are the cakes that have the white swirling on top and the cream in the middle? Oh, they look like cupcakes.
Oh, like the Hostess cupcakes?
Yes, those, the black ones with the
Oh, ding dongs.
chocolate with the chocolate frosting on top and the little swirly shit.
Ding dongs. Ho hos?
I don't know if if it will show up. Can you
Why?
see it?
Kind of, yeah. Why is okay? What the fuck is? Can we talk about something else? What was Hostess doing?
When I said ho hos,
There's ho hos, there's ding dongs, there's king something or other, and I'm like, are they just saying sex things?
maybe.
Maybe that's what's their thing. If I had to pick 3 snack cakes to pick, I'm gonna pick the peanut butter one. Probably the nut. I think they're Nutter Butters, but I don't want the Nutter Butters. I want the PB Crunches.
Okay.
You know what those are? They're like a
Yeah.
Twix, but with peanut butter in them.
Yeah.
Give me those. Give me the zebra cakes, but I want zebra cakes from the early 2000s.
When they still had crack in them.
Correct. So give me the crack zebra cakes and the crunch thing. And honestly, I'm gonna go Star Crunch. Star Crunches slap, and even to today, I had one recently. They still slap.
Okay.
Maybe those. It might be interchangeable with the strawberry shortcake one. You could get rid of all the Hostess cakes, and I wouldn't care about it if I'm being honest with you.
Okay. I think there's more Little Debbie's.
I like how I just made my own list. I'm like, no, you're all wrong. This is what I would do. Realistically,
I'd probably do the nutty butters and then the old school fucking zebra cakes when they still had drugs in them. And I think I might go with a fucking Twinkie.
Twinkies are okay. Like, you got to get them at the right time.
They have to be the actual Twinkie brand too, and not fucking off brand.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, and the longer a Twinkie sits out, the better it is, in my opinion.
Weird. You're like that with every baked good, though.
I know. My Italian blood comes through. Give me a
You might as well just
brioche.
buy. You might as well just buy bread from Save-A-Lot, because as soon as you open that fucker and the air touches it, all that bread goes stale as quick.
I'm saying. I take stale
I made
bread.
a
I like
terrible
stale bread.
decision and popped like 2 fucking sour Skittles in my mouth,
Oh,
and now I
that's
feel
bad.
like him chewing over the mic.
With the razzles. I actually can't hear you because of the pop things we have in front of these. Our microphones
Zoom
have the
Zoom might knock it out.
could be that too. I just made a noise. Let's see if they heard that.
Yeah, no, I didn't hear it, so
Yeah,
yeah,
see? At this point, Rick puts his lips together and makes a punch noise with his tongue.
didn't hear it either.
See? Thanks, Zoom. So this
Maybe
is
they
what
have the Doritos filter on.
yeah, this is what they needed when they were doing those episodes, you know? Forget it. They can just eat whatever they want and hear
Right.
shit. It's like I turned my microphone sensitivity all the way up when I was playing Don't Scream. Because otherwise I was having full ass conversations and it wasn't
I
making me
wasn't
lose
picking
the
it up.
game. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then something happened and I breathed a little hard and it was like, you died. And I'm like, damn, maybe that's too far.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to talk to people at the same time as I was doing that. And I'm like, well, me just sitting there going like this,
That's what people
probably,
do when they play it online, is they're just sitting there like
yeah.
silent staring while people are watching them.
Say that can't be entertaining to watch because even me, there was a ghost that popped out and I'm like, hey girl, it's gonna be all right. And she was like, "What?" And I'm like, girl, he ain't worth it. And and then there was a dog, and I'm like, that dog doesn't have a leash.
There's a leash law.
I'm saying. There's also like a down plane. It's a whole thing. I just want to, I should probably stream that sometime so everybody can see it. So
Yeah.
soon.
But yeah. I don't think we had anything else.
I think that's it.
The
This
power
is, we
outage
wanted,
kind of fucked the flow up.
it
We're
really
like
did.
trying to came back fucking 2 hours later.
Maybe more. Who knows?
It will. It was around 7ish when the power. Yeah, so it was about 2.5 hours later or so.
Now both of us are like, God, I just want to go watch wrestling and go to bed. That's what's happening right now. Blame the power outage. You know what? Blame whoever caused the poles to catch on fire and knock out half of Bay City's power. Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah, I was what was I gonna, oh, randomness. So I bought an ear cleaner.
Oh,
It's like a thing. It's got a little container that you can fill up with either warm water or like 2 parts hydrogen peroxide in the water, and then you put the little thing near your ear and you just pump and it shoots fucking the water solution in your ear
huh.
to like clean your ears out and shit. And it was interesting. I tried it when I got in the shower in that 2 hour break.
Okay.
So
Does it is it better? Do you hear better?
I mean, it felt kind of weird, and then I like checked my ear with a Q-tip afterwards, and there was like it was clean. So I don't
Okay.
know. I guess I'll have to see if I notice if I get ultrasonic hearing or something.
Maybe that's what I need done because every once in a while I'm just like, I have no idea what you're saying. Hang on. Uh,
uh,
that's it.
yeah.
We're gonna end the show, I think. Probably next week. I've already decided between a couple of different movies. I'm gonna try and pick one that does Halloween. Like it's gonna be just Halloween movies until it's Halloween time.
Mhm.
So, uh, torn between a couple. I'll post it on Instagram before I go under the knife, or I guess the robotic knife. You can't see me, but I'm doing this.
He's doing
Rick,
that scissored.
yeah. Anyway, so you can check us out at Wide a Range of Convo on Instagram, which is also now our Twitch. We have a Twitch, and we've joked about it, but if we can go live on here, we're going to be live reacting to commercials. I think that's going to be fun. I think we're going to do it, especially during Halloween and Christmas time. I think that's going to be super fun. So more on that later. I am not charted on my socials. Eric is _Eric___989. And I jokingly told one of my friends today that I should put up a GoFundMe for my cancer surgery. And they're like, you should totally fucking put up a GoFundMe for your cancer surgery. So I might do that too. Watch out next week.
People do it for fucking everything, dude.
I'm saying. Because I
Might
can
as
only
well.
imagine my copay is going to be something that will probably send me into a heart attack. Yay. So yeah, that's the end of the episode. Let's do you honestly want to cover Scooby-Doo next week? Because that'd be pretty fun.
I don't care.
It's on the Max.
Okay. Yeah, I don't care. I'm gonna
Eric,
watch it like I do every movie. I'm just gonna be stoned.
I mean, you're just in the mood for the Scooby-Doo then, because if you're telling me Shaggy and Scooby weren't just stoned 80%
Oh yeah,
of the
for
time,
sure. Yeah,
like, what are we doing here?
right.
Velma was the lesbian that was just like, I'm gonna have to get all this shit done. Anyway, that's it.
All right,
Thank you for joining us, and we'll be back. Hopefully, not with a power outage for 2 hours that fucks up the flow for the last half of it. Me and Eric have wrestling to watch, and I want to go to sleep at a reasonable time.
All right. Later, dudes.
Bye.
Did you enjoy this episode? Then check out more at 999.network, Mid-Michigan's premier podcast network.